Got together with the gang on the Zoom call. Let's talk about that.
Man Up with Mark. Mark talks about everything under the sun. You may agree with him, and again, you may not.
Part 3. We're almost done.
Yeah. So anyway, just doing those little trips here. Vic had a birthday this last week. She turned 70.
Oh.
Tell her I said a very happy birthday. I'm going to have to text her. I'll text her.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That is a real big one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, this is a big one for her. So we what she wanted for her birthday was to go to the Rolling Stones concert last summer. So we did that, and we went down to tea to the Brown Palace.
That's nice.
Friday, yeah. And let me tell you, the Brown Palace is getting very pricey. I mean, it always was, but it has gone unbelievable. It's like $75 a piece for the tea.
Is champagne included?
No.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Yeah, but if you want the Dom Perignon, $1,000.
Sure. Yeah,
no
why not? There you
Shit.
go.
Yeah. If you want the champagne, it's upwards of $200 to $300 a piece for that. So
Okay, that got really pricey because I used to take. It was me and Erica, and then like a friend of mine I met in a mom and babies group, and her daughter. It was not nearly that much.
Yeah, I know it. Well,
that was a few years ago, I would guess, Cindy.
Yes, it was a few years.
Well, times have changed.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, no.
You know, and that brings me into the subject, and Mark, maybe on your podcast, how people are overcharging or upcharging for things. And I'll use the Brown Palace here. They have every year they have the champagne fountain where they stack all the champagne glasses up and at Christmas, and they pour the champagne, and then it just all cascades down. It's a really beautiful thing. I think we saw it one time, a long time ago. Well, now they charge. It used to be free to go in. Now they charge to go in. If you wanted the upfront seats, it was like $150 or something. But if you wanted the cheap seats, it was $35. And Vic looked at that to see what it was. Well, they were sold out. But then a couple weeks before the time, they said, well, we found some more space, and we have some more seats available for $45 a piece.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So obviously we didn't do that. But then she had been down there, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And, they had the valet parking. It was like $15 to valet park, and you tip the valet. So we got down there on Friday and pulled up for the valet. We had her mom and her aunt with us. We pulled up, and he says, okay, the valet parking is $32. And Vic says, wait, I was just here like 2 or 3 weeks ago when it's 15. And the guy says, yeah, I know. He says, they upped the price on it. He says, and they didn't tell anybody. He says, they have us tell them. So you could tell he was a little disgruntled. So when he came out and get this, the car was 2 car lengths away from the front door. That's where they parked our car. This is no shit. I looked out there and I could see the car, and I thought I could take about 15 steps and be at the front door, but no, of course they have the key, and the valet walks us over to the car and opens the door and stuff.
Oh, no. You make them drive that thing around and pull right up to the front door.
I should have. Yeah, so anyway, he was there, and I gave him the money for the valet, and I says, they really kind of upped the price, haven't they? And he's looking around, and he says, yeah, he says, I've been here 18 years. He says, this is the biggest crock of shit. And I didn't expect that. I said, that's got to hurt your tips and stuff too. He says, oh yeah. He says, it just devastated him. He says, so, and I know those guys make really good money on tips down there. A friend of ours.
I'm sure the facility doesn't pay him squat.
No, I'm sure they don't get any more. No, so
yeah, they're not getting that bump in price, that's not going to the guys.
No, they're not getting that. So,
but that's the excuse they give.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Our labor costs have gone up and this has gone up and that, okay,
Yeah.
Really? Has it? Are you really paying your people, what everybody says?
Double? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they are. They're getting the same thing, probably just off the tips like they were getting. So they're not making any more money. In fact, they're probably making less than what they were. But the fact that they did that, and then we got down there and we were had her mom and her aunt. And they're all going, "Oh no, we're not going to pay for ours." And, we had cars that was just, oh, sorry, we can only take 3 cards. We don't take 4 cards, so we can only take 3. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know, whatever that is, So anyway, that was it was just something. But how they just charged so much money and just because they can, I guess. I don't know, why they would double the parking costs. But you'll see that, when I went to Verizon a while back and looking at phones and stuff, and, to change your phone so much, you have to change a plan or whatever. But then they have the $35 one-time upcharge, which meant that you were buying a newer phone. I thought, well, because I'm buying a newer phone, I have to have an upcharge. And it wasn't doing it. It wasn't like downloading the stuff from the old one to the new one. That was just an additional charge thing. Where do they come up with these ideas that they just charge additional money for really not much of anything? I don't know. So, but,
because they find some sucker that's going to pay it.
You know what?
Yeah.
And they found one. They found yeah, exactly.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm gonna start texting you guys when something comes up. What do you guys think of this? Because it's
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
need something like
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it's eye opening when you walk out there. It's a $400 bill for tea and crumpets, and another $40 to park your car 2 car lengths away. And I think it's really kind of silly. It's kind of ridiculous how people have charged. And of course now we have 10 cents a bag. They charge for that if you can even find plastic bags anywhere. So we've been called California 2.0 is what they
Oh no! You mean at the grocery store they're charging you for $2 or how much?
No. 10 cents.
Oh, 10 cents a bag.
Yeah, 10 cents a bag. Yeah,
It used to be 10 cents a dance.
Yeah. Now it's to the bag. Yeah. So we've got Murphy the dog, and I use the plastic bags to go out and do poop patrol, and so now I take 2 smuggling plastic bags in from out of state. So I've got bags to poop patrol. So, and it's funny, you tell people, you're in Wyoming or Kansas or wherever it is. You want a bag? Sure. You're not going to charge me? Huh?
No.
And we can do that? Well, yeah, don't get any big ideas.
Yeah, really. Yeah. They're getting away with it in other states, but don't start.
Yeah.
At least Arizona's not doing that yet.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just, kind of it, business as usual here. So,
All right.
yeah.
So what's up with you, Mark?
Well, let me start out with, let's see. I was hanging my Christmas lights over the weekend. I still have to finish them up today. It's taken me now, this will be my 3rd day doing the outside Christmas lights. It's taking me longer to do that, being that I've gotten old and feeble. But talking about prices of stuff, while I was doing the Christmas lights, Sandy was out shopping and doing stuff, and she called me and says, "Hey, I'm going to stop by and pick up a burger or something for lunch. You want me to pick something up and drop it off to you?" I said, "Yeah, that'd be great." So she gets back home and drops off. She went to McDonald's. Yeah, that was her first mistake. And she drops it off and she says, "Guess how much this cost?" It was 1 Filet-O-Fish sandwich, a small fry, and a medium chocolate shake.
I'm saying $9.
$18.
Whoa.
Yep.
I'm so
Then
excited.
how much was the valet parking?
Exactly.
Where was that, Mark?
It was at our McDonald's here, just right down the street.
Oh my
from
God,
where we live.
they opened up this new place by me called Sugar Wings, And it was, you got three nice pieces of chicken, and then you got French fries, a drink, and a sugar cookie for $5.99.
What a
I was psyched.
deal.
I know.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when she said that. I said, no. I said, you got something too. You bought something too. She says, nope. She says, that was just it. That was all for you. And I said,
Wow.
we're never, ever, ever.
Going to McDonald's.
How does Taylor Swift say it? Never, ever, ever gonna be my boyfriend again?
Yeah.
Never going to McDonald's again. $18.
How did they overcharge you or something?
No, she showed me they gave her the receipt. It was, right there. I mean, it was the fillet of fish itself was like $6. The shake was like, I don't know, $9 or something. I mean, it was ridiculous.
$9 for a shake?
It was, yeah. And
I think he's been shaken down, is what it is.
Yeah.
at least it had whipped cream on it. I mean, it was ridiculous. And I don't know if this is McDonald's everywhere, but boy, this one here in Prescott where we live, it's a ripoff.
I think there is something to that. I think certain places do kind of overcharge,
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course they give the excuse that, well, we're giving our employees a living wage now. Give me a break.
That might be it.
McDonald's was never designed for anybody to do a living wage. It was meant for high school kids and young people
They'll have lunch.
to start out their career.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, and I completely agree.
Wow.
But there's a special fast food minimum wage in California, $20 an hour.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's what they went with this company.
Yeah.
They're just doing it here just to stay in step with, whatever California does. We do.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah, I told my wife never again. We're not going there again. So that's what I did yesterday. But for everything else in life so far, doing the podcast, doing my daily podcast.
Yeah.
I got to the point now where I'm trying to figure out what I want to focus on, because I've been just hit and miss on, whatever I want to talk about, I talk about. But I've got to find a focus, because learning more and more about the podcast world and getting more views and, getting subscribers is you have to end up focusing on one item, one certain topic. And again, I've been just talking about everything under the sun.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out here, after this next week, Friday will be my 100th episode.
Wow.
Hey.
Cheers, 100 episodes. Hey. Yeah. At least I'm in the top 1% of something, and that's in podcasts. Only 1% of the podcasts will ever do 100 episodes, so I'm right up there.
Great.
Well, I got to say, Mark, I've enjoyed the podcast, and I usually listen to them when I'm on the road. I get them through YouTube. I don't watch, but I turn them on, and that's when I catch up on all of them. And I think they're great. I really enjoyed them.
It's actually, I've had a couple of comments. A lot of people that listen to them just audio seem to like it. The viewing audience, just my ugly mug on there doesn't really get much more, audience-wise.
So we back to the outdoor Christmas decorations. We used to do that years ago, and my stepson said, "Why are we putting up these outdoor decorations? Who's that for?" And we said, "Well, I guess it's for the neighbors." I said, "Well, maybe they ought to put them up."
Yes.
So we quit doing it. We decorate inside the house, but I don't put up Christmas lights or any of that bullshit anymore.
My wife has said the same thing, because we live in a community now that it's not a 55 plus community, but that's basically who lives in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few more elderly people than myself. And I'm putting up my decorations, and they're walking their dogs or their cats by, and they, oh, Mark, oh, we love it. Every year you put them up, and it looks so nice, and we just enjoy it so much. My wife basically said the same thing. Why don't they help put them up for you?
Yeah, if they like it so damn much.
Yeah. And I don't know. I do like the looks of the house when it's all lit up. I mean, I get some satisfaction out of it myself. So
okay, well, there's
yeah,
that.
yeah. For right now, I like doing it, and
well, that's because you're not 70 yet.
That's right. And maybe when I turn 70, I'll say,
"Bah humbug."
Yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore. That's it for today. See ya.
If you have a question or comment, email Mark at manupwithmark.com.